Hey there, gang. A couple of mistakes I made in this clip, and it's worth pointing out. And that is that this was my first run through with the Boss GT-1000 core, where I was, it was in my regular rig, the pedal board I would use if I went out to play a gig or even here at home. Although, as you know, I have many rigs at home, but just, in theory, it could be what I would use. And so, it's important to do that stuff and run through it for real, like not just messing around and getting sounds, but like, okay, I'm going to play, because that's where you notice the mistakes. The first mistake was, and I didn't see this, even though I had the app open, the send and return was in only one of the amps, not both, not at the end of both. So I have a parallel amp thing going on, with a tweed and a deluxe, and the send and return was only in one side of that. So when I turned you'll probably hear it, although maybe I shouldn't point it out, but I think you'll hear it. When I turn the volume pedal down and it cuts it. Like there's no tail. There's nothing. It's just zap. And of course, it's not just the send and return that affects. I'm actually cutting whatever gain is being sent into that one side, and it also is not getting the benefits of the tail of the reverb and the delay, et cetera, et cetera. It was just cutting it off, and it sounded like crap to me. I noticed it as soon as it happened. So once I set up the effects loop where I wanted it, and then I moved a few things around. I always like to have a really, really short slap delay, and there's 5 delays in the Boss GT-1000, I believe, and you can use all 5 at once. I have the Space Echo going, but then I was like, oh, wait, if I want to have a little doubling effect like I usually have, I'll just set one of the extra digital delays to like 30 milliseconds and a little like 30% feedback, and then have it at like 50% mix. And boom, that changed everything. So you're not going to hear that either. But these are the things I fixed after running through this. I wasn't trying to play anything. I was like trying to listen for sounds. However, I really like the way this came out. Is it perfect? No. But I like the way this piece came out despite its faults. So here you go. Check it out. This is the first run through with the Boss GT-1000 core. The next one will be even better. Oh yeah, and one last thing. The picture you're seeing on the screen, this is how I was controlling the frequency of the ring modulator, the pitch of the tensor, and the volume, and the wah, the little mini wah. So all of those were going on at my feet, as you can see here, just so you know. The rest of the board was on the table, but that's how I was controlling everything. So I wasn't really doing all that much turning things on and off. It is what you see. All right, there you go.